So the button is right here. In order to bring this up, all you do is just push it. There you go. That's how it works. So bring down for the tires. I can just see this braking. Look at that. Look at that. It's already not working right. Okay, let's go. Oh, come on. Oh, no. Come on. I think it broke, guys. You gotta be kidding me. I feel like Denobi when he broke his Mark II. Will hold the weight. Ah. Hey everybody, welcome back to DeLorean Tech. I wanted to do this quick little video. I was actually in the middle of doing my unboxing review video of the new Hot Toys Back to the Future Part 3 DeLorean Time Machine, and it broke. So I was actually working on the rear wheels here. I was just taking it out of train mode and putting it back into desert car mode. And the mechanism for adjusting the ride height just randomly stopped working. So I wanted to show you guys what happened to me in this one. Hopefully this does not happen to you. I would be very careful. This is very similar to what happened with the Mark II hover mode, Hovergate as it would, where in the Mark II, several of those broke. It's a very similar situation that we have here with the Mark III. So I'm going to show you guys a little piece of my unboxing video. I actually have two other videos coming out, right? So the full unboxing video, that's going to be coming out pretty soon. And then I have a comparison video between the Mark I, the Mark II, and the Mark III. I wanted to get this one out because this was something that I was not expecting. Hopefully this doesn't happen to you guys. Be very, very careful when adjusting the ride height on the Mark III. The mechanism is very weak. It appears to be prone to malfunction, possible braking. I was able to sort of Mickey Mouse it back together, but it's still weak. I'm contemplating actually returning this thing. I don't know yet. Let me know what you guys think, but let's go ahead and take a look at what happened. So I was in the middle of taking off the rear driver's side train wheel. So now I go ahead and unscrew. So I was actually having problems taking off the magnetic hub nuts that connect inside here magnetically, right? And I think I got that kind of figured out. I didn't have the screw like completely tightened. I didn't want to strip that little screw out. I didn't want to tighten these too much because I didn't want to strip the threads on these. And maybe because they weren't in completely, I was interfering with the magnetic removal of the hub nuts. There we go. Pretty easy. Go ahead and take the liberty of, so you can kind of see what it looks like in there, right? And there you go. So what I'm trying to do here is just kind of point out how the mechanism works. So this is the rear driver's side configuration, right? So you have your latching piece that kind of goes up and down. Here you've got a button that slides down. In order to raise the suspension back up or lower the vehicle, as it were, you need to press that button. In order to bring it down, you just pull down on this part right here. This is sort of the hub. All right, so you can, let's check the mechanism. So the button is right here. Okay. There it is. So there's the button that you need to press whenever you want to bring this mechanism back up, and it's a spring-loaded mechanism in there. So here's the hub, here's the, I guess you can call it the spindle, whatever you want to call it, but it's spring-loaded. You press this, it goes back up, and that brings the vehicle's ride height down, okay, so you can put it into train mode. And I was going from train mode back to desert car mode. The button is right here. In order to bring this up, all you do is just push it. It's pretty easy. So that brings the suspension down. The spindle, the hub, that all goes up inside this area right here. You probably got some springs. It's just a basic spring-loaded mechanism with a button that slides up and down. But watch what happens next. There you go. That's how it works. So bring down for the tires. I can just see this braking. Look at that. Look at that. It's already not working right. Okay. So as you can see, it stopped working. Okay, let's go. Oh, come on. Don't tell me it didn't. It just broke. Oh, no. Come on. Come on. Oh, man. So at this point, I was getting pretty frustrated. I think it broke, guys. You gotta be kidding me. You can hear it sounds pretty bad in there. That's one thing I did notice, is that after the last time I brought it up and I tried to bring it back down again, it sounded kind of weird. It sounded kind of twangy in there, like the spring got messed up. I probably operated this thing maybe a couple of times before this. Putting the thing together, taking the train wheels, putting those on, you know, I lowered it. So this might have been maybe the 4th or 5th time I actually operated this mechanism in here. Okay, this sucks. I feel like Denobi when he broke his Mark II. So you'll remember that the Mark II had a similar problem where they actually just broke and you could not put that thing back into hover mode again. So Denobi, when he was doing his unboxing video, it happened to him during his unboxing video. So he had to go through the whole process of returning his so he can get a proper one to continue doing his unboxing video. Hovergate is what we ended up calling it. Come on. Come on. You gotta be kidding me. It doesn't work anymore. Should I return it? I don't know, guys, what do you think? Should I return this thing? You'll see that I was able to kind of get it to sit right in there. I decided to put a wheel on, which really shouldn't make any difference, but I was desperate. I didn't know what to do. My heart kind of sank when this happened. Now, you guys know I've been very critical of this, but I do like the train car mode. Okay, I'll let you guys in on that. I do like the train car mode. I was planning on displaying it in train car, but I was going to put the desert tires back on, the desert wheels and tires, so I could do my Mark 1, 2, 3 comparison. You've got to be kidding me. Ay, ay, ay. What is going on here? Well, let me put the tire back on and see if that makes a difference. So at this point, I decided, hey, I'm going to put the tire back on. So I'm going to try to put the wheel back on and see if that makes a difference. I honestly don't think it will make a difference. It's not supposed to make a difference, but let's just see what happens. Just for the heck of it. Alright, so we're going to screw this back on. There we go. And yeah, it's not working, guys. It's broke. It is not working. It's not going down. Wait. It's going down. There it is. So I was able to get it to latch, right? But unfortunately, it was still very weak. Let's take a look. But we'll hold it's on the weight. We'll hold the weight. Ah, dang it. Look at that. It kind of stays there, but one little, maybe it's the button. So I thought it might be the button. Maybe the button is not catching, right? So it kind of locks and it's not locking anymore. But you're not, the button's supposed to retract. That's the problem. It's not retracting. Wait. I think that might be it. So I was able to get it to stabilize and actually hold the weight of the car without retracting back inside the wheel well. But it took a few times, obviously. As I continued doing the review and unboxing video and the comparison with the Mark II and the Mark I, I had to make sure that thing was in place. It did go up a few times, though, by itself, and it was pretty unfortunate. That might be it. We'll just push down a little bit on this, see what happens. I'm pushing down, giving it a little pressure. I think it might be okay. Man, that scared me. That scared me. Holy moly. Not that I would ever, display it in this mode, but what if I wanted to sell it? So that's a good point. What if I did want to sell this thing, with that sort of weak point in there now? And I tested the other three. They were okay. And I made sure I was very careful, but I was careful with this one as well. It still broke. If I decide I want to sell this thing, kind of have to disclose the fact that, yeah, the rear driver's side wheel ride height mechanism is faulty, and that's not a good thing. And it is absolutely faulty. When I continued doing the unboxing video demonstrating, train mode once again. In my comparison to the Mark 1 and the Mark 2, it kept going up again. So it was very weak. I had to be very careful, and I kind of had to manipulate the wheel a little bit in order to get it to stay. So I felt like, hey, it's broken, but there's still a way you can get it to sit. Now, I don't know if you're displaying it in this mode, if it's going to go back up, right? So there's pressure, there's forces in there when you bring this down. If that button doesn't retract and lock, this thing is going to go right back up inside. Again, this is shades of the Mark II on Denobi's channel. Remember when his broke, and a bunch of others broke as well. Other purchasers, other buyers of the Mark II, it broke for them. Did break for me. I had issues with it, but didn't break. So, I'm going to put this back in train mode to display it, but I got to do my Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3 comparison video. So there you go, right? So I had to put this back into desert mode and then also back in the train mode so I can do a proper comparison between the Mark 1 and the Mark 2. What do you guys think? Have any of you experienced this issue in just setting up your Mark 3? I really want to know. Also, what do you guys think? Should I return this thing? Like I did with my Mark II, my original Mark II, I did actually return it because it had some problems with the lighting system on it, right? I didn't have any major problems with the wheel setup to hover mode. I know a lot of you guys did, but now I'm having problems with this, right? So what do you guys think? Should I return this? Drop a comment down below and let me know. And once again, guys, thanks for watching.